Hey guys, what's going on? Jaime Soriano here from Long Island, New York, and I just wanted to cut this short video blog to give you 4 tips for network marketing success. Now, again, if you're watching this or if you're on my blog, chances are you are in the network marketing space. Perhaps you might be in direct sales or traditional network marketing, or maybe you're an online marketer. But whatever the case might be, I'm going to give you 4 critical tips that are going to really stack the deck in your favor. Okay, now this is geared more towards the newbie marketer, but if you're someone who has some experience, maybe you've made some money in the industry, this is also going to help you as well. But I know if you're just like me, when I first got online, I was scouring the internet looking for some information. I was just looking for someone who was going to give it to me real, right? Someone who's going to be transparent, just going to give me 100%, no fluff, no hype. And that's what I'm going to do for you today. I'm going to give you 4 critical tips that if you incorporate and apply into your business, it's going to help you tremendously. Okay. Now, some of this is going to be, when you hear me, go through some of these tips, you might say, you know what, wow, that's really basic. But you know what? Most people don't even have the basics down, and that's why they don't see any success. That's why they never make any money, whether it's online or offline, in network marketing. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to jump right to it. Now, again, before I go, real quick, if you're not following me on social media, if we're not connected there yet, go ahead and add me on Facebook. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I usually chat with people. People have questions. They usually hit me up on Facebook, and I'm on Messenger all the time. So, if you have any questions or any concerns or anything like that, or anything you want to, kind of bring up, you can hit me up there. Okay. So that being said, let me move forward and get things going. Okay. Number one is you need to understand the reality of the industry and have the right expectations. See, because of all these salesy, you know, videos and presentations and there's all the hype that's going around in the industry. A lot of times, brand new people, they look at this and they say, you know what, I can go out here and I can make $100,000 a year next month, right? I can go out there and make $10,000 a month in the next couple of weeks, and it just doesn't work that way. See, understand that when you get involved with network marketing, it's a business. It's a business. You're starting a business and you need to think and act like a real entrepreneur. And see, a real entrepreneur doesn't go for these get rich quick type of deals. They understand going into a business that it's not going to happen overnight. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to take forever, but you need to understand that, if you don't have any experience in the industry, and you've never done network marketing before, you've never done sales before, you've never done marketing, you don't have a network, you're starting from scratch, you don't have an existing list, just accept the fact that you're going to have to go through a learning curve, okay? And it's okay. See, it takes 4 years to graduate college, right? Well, think of, the next 3 to 5 years as you going to school to be a network marketing professional, okay? Now, again, I'm not saying that it's going to take you 3 to 5 years to make any money. If you have a good compensation plan and a solid product, you should be able to make money your first 30 to 60 days you start your business. Okay, I'm talking about really, making a 6-figure income, being a professional, creating that residual income and changing your lifestyle. It's going to happen over the course of time. It's not going to happen overnight. So you need to understand the reality of the industry and have the right expectations going. And see, for me, I was lucky. Okay, when I got started in the industry, it was about 18 years ago. The internet wasn't even around. Okay, there was nobody using the internet for network marketing. We didn't even know what an email was. Okay, so I wasn't exposed to all this hype, that's out there. A lot of times when you're on, you could just be on Facebook, and within the span of 5 minutes, you can have 3 or 4 or 5 salesy type videos with all this hype promising you, the sun, moon, and stars, and you're going to make all this money, and you're going to be wealthy, and you're just like, wow, this is incredible. I'm going to be rich tomorrow, right? And it's very distracting, and it sets you up to have the wrong expectations. Okay, so for me, I was lucky. I wasn't exposed to that. I had a mentor that sat me down and would meet with me, almost on a daily basis, literally like, every other day, at least, every 2 or 3 days, we would sit down together, have a cup of coffee, and he'd say, well, let me just make sure you understand the reality of what we're trying to do here so you can build this business the right way. You won't get blown out of the water, right? And I had that mentorship, that leadership that gave me the right expectations. And unfortunately, I don't really see that much today, because I'm not saying the internet is bad, because the internet is not. Okay, there's a lot of good things, that the internet has given us. You're watching this video on the internet. I've been able to create leverage and use technology to, do most of the heavy lifting for me because of the internet. However, you have to make sure that you don't get caught up with all the smoke and mirrors that's out there. And you need to understand, if you're going to build this the right way, be a real entrepreneur, you need to have the right expectations going in, or else you're going to get blown out of the water. You're going to go out there your first 30, 60, 90 days. You're not going to be making $10,000 a month. You're going to think it doesn't work. You're going to quit. You're going to end up jumping to another deal. And you're going to repeat that same cycle. 30, 60, 90 days, you're not making $10,000 a month. And you're going to jump to another deal. And you're going to do that over and over and over again. Pretty soon, you're going to look around and you're going to say, well, man, I've been, kind of jumping around and dabbling for 2 or 3 years. I haven't made any money. When if you just stuck it out and stayed with that one deal for 2 or 3 years, you would have laid the foundation for massive growth and momentum, right? You would have been able to go through that learning curve, and chances are you'd be making $10,000 a month in that first deal. But because you didn't have the right expectations, you thought that the deal didn't work, and you were kind of moving around looking for that magic bullet, right? Where just understand it's not that way. You need to understand that if you're going to build something solid, you need to, plant your flag and, just build your business. Now, are there things that are going to be unforeseen that are going to occur, or that can potentially occur, that may cause you to go to another deal? Yeah, of course. Companies go out of business. Relationships fall out. You might have a falling out with your sponsor that isn't, fixable. Companies change their comp plan that you don't agree with. Companies change their products that you don't agree with, especially these new companies. Just things are going to happen. Okay. But just understand, if you can find that one deal that you can stick out and it's solid, just stay there and build it. And over the course of time, you can build yourself a nice business for yourself. Okay. Which brings me to number 2. And this is, again, for the newbies that are out there that are looking for information. You want to find a company and product you can resonate with. Find a company that you really can fall in love with. Okay. For me, when I got started in this industry 18 years ago, I found a company that I fell in love with. Okay. When I say fell in love with, when you're in love with a company, you're going to go through the bad days, because there are going to be bad days, right? And people are going to say no, and people aren't going to buy. And you're going to have these big meetings where nobody shows up, and you're going to invite so many people and nobody joins. But when you're in love with a company, guess what? You stick it out. See, when you're not in love with a company, or you're not passionate about a company or a product, guess what? When something happens that doesn't go your way, you're going to be out the door. You're going to be leaving for another deal. So you need to find a company and product that really you can sink your teeth into, fall in love with, get excited about, get passionate about, that you really see yourself making a commitment to. And then you need to find a sponsor that's willing to support and train you. Okay? Because if you have a good company with a great product, great comp plan, great everything, but you don't have a sponsor that can work with you, support you, train you, that's, you'll have 50% of the puzzle, but the other 50% is going to be missing. You need to have a good sponsor that's going to be willing to work with you. I'm not saying that they're going to baby you. You shouldn't be looking for a sponsor that's going to baby you. You shouldn't be looking to be babied, right? But, you want to have someone that's accessible, that's willing to answer your questions. They're not going to do the work for you, right? So don't look for that. But a good sponsor will answer your questions. They'll work with you. They'll get on calls with you. If you have people that you need them to speak to, they'll jump on the phone with you if they have to. I mean, they're willing to go above and beyond to help you, but they can't do everything for you, right? My point is that you have to want it more for yourself than they want it for you. If you want it more for yourself than they want it for you, and you have a good sponsor, and you have a good company and a product that you can get excited about, I mean, that's like the perfect storm, right? So again, don't just jump into a deal. Do your homework. Make sure that the product is right. Make sure it's something you're excited about, whether it's a product or a service. Make sure the company is solid. Make sure it's, you see yourself making a long-term commitment and partnering with the people that are leading the company. And then find a sponsor and a mentor that's going to help you. Okay, that's going to be a very, very big part of your success. Okay, number three is know your target audience and learn how to market to them. That's a big one. I'm not going to be able to spend too much time on it, but it's a major, major key because you need to know your target audience. See, any business, whether it's traditional, network marketing, these big, these huge corporations, when they have a product, they do all the homework to know what their target audience is and how to market to them. And you got to be the same. Who is your target audience? Maybe for your product, right? Who's your target audience for your opportunity? Is it real estate brokers? Is it real estate agents? Is it, self-employed people, salespeople, entrepreneur type people, investors? Who's your target audience? And then what you do is you find your target audience, whether it be for your product and your opportunity, and then you need to market to that audience, right? You need to market to them. But the key is before you can market to somebody or to a group of people, you need to find out who your target audience is for whatever it is that you're offering. That's a major, major deal. Okay. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't talk to everybody, because if you're excited and passionate about a product or a service, you're probably going to talk to everybody, right? But just understand that your target audience, you really need to hone in on them. And that's where you're going to make a lot of money when you start marketing to your target audience. Okay. So that's a major, major tip right there. And then number four is you need to leverage a system that will do most of the sorting, explaining, and follow-up for you. Because, there's only so much time in a day. And if you have a full-time job and you're building your business on a part-time basis, if you're, a busy parent or a single parent, or you're driving your kids to softball practice, basketball practice, music recitals, dance, this, that, and the other, and then you have a personal life, you can't do it all, right? And, 18 years ago when I got started in the industry, we didn't have things like systems and technology and things of that nature. We had to do everything ourselves, right? But now there's, things like online systems and, all sorts of things that you can use, text marketing and things of that nature. You need to leverage that so that you can free up your time to focus on what's important. Otherwise, you're just going to pull your hair out and you're going to be running around like a chicken with your head cut off, thinking that you're busy when you might be busy, but you're not going to be productive. And so you need to have a system that'll do most of the sort, not all of it, because I don't think there's anything out there that's going to do 100% of the work for you, but you need to find something that's going to help you sort, explain, and follow up for you. And so for me, when I got online, some of you guys know the story, I was looking for a system or a way to use the internet to help me build my network marketing business because, at the time, my son was born. My son was really, really small at the time. And I just didn't want to be out doing parties and going out in the field and going out and doing appointments all night long and 7 days a week running around like a crazy person I was able to do that before my son was born. But once my son was born, I wanted to be home. I wanted to, really have a home-based business, right? And work from home and, use the internet and my phone and do conference calls and webinars. And of course, I'll still do appointments, but I wanted to be able to, spend the bulk of my time at home with my family and be there for my son. And so I looked around and, I found out that there were people out there that were able to do what it is that I wanted to do, which was, do a webinar for 20, 30, 40 people, do a presentation, sign people up, get customers, and then do it from their home office. And they just walk across the hall and their family's there. Right. And, for me, I said, what, this is amazing. I need to really dive into this and really learn this. And, I come to find out that the system was called My Lead System Pro. It was an attraction marketing system. Back then it was in its infancy. Today it's, every big name marketer, that's out at one point has walked through the halls of My Lead System Pro. Okay. That some of them got their start there. Some of them graduated and moved on to do other things, start their own company, start their own systems, make 7 figures in the online marketing space, the network marketing space. But if you're serious about learning how to drive traffic, good quality traffic to a website that's going to do most of the sorting, explaining, follow up for you, learn how to do all that, and then even make money when people say no to your business, then My Lead System Pro is my only recommendation for you. And what you can do is you can actually go to recruitwiththese.net. Here's the link right here, recruitwiththese.net. That's my website. Go check that out. Watch the video. It's a 19-minute video that actually explains how My Lead System Pro works. And again, the system, the way it works today is nothing like it worked when I first got involved. Okay, it's so much more better, it's so much faster, so much simpler, and you can actually have a tremendous amount more success than I ever had. Okay, and for me, over the last couple of years, I've generated over 50,000 leads online. I've sponsored thousands of people into various businesses. My biggest using the system, I sponsored 52 people at a almost a $600 price point in 1 week when I was launching a network marketing business. And all of that because I was able to learn how to market, get in front of the right people. I learned how to build a list, follow up, cultivate that list, and now I can market to that list whenever I feel like it. And you can learn the same. Okay, so go to this link right here, recruitwiththese.net. Check that out. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Facebook, email me, get a hold of me. I'll answer whatever questions that you might have. And go ahead and get started. Try the system out, okay? If you're looking for a way to generate leads online, this is the very best training and system for you because it's newbie friendly. And trust me, you're gonna love it. So with that being said, Jaime Soriano here from Long Island, New York. Hope you got some good takeaways from those 4 tips. And check out this link, recruitwiththese.net. And I'll catch you on the next video. Have a great day, guys.